Hello everyone, and welcome to my BNB official 24 YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my channel and thumbs up. Steffy and Hope are worried about Liam's disappearance. Luna wakes up to Lee's shocking news. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for the next 2 weeks, from July 14th to July 25th, say that Steffy Forrester and Hope Logan will freak out because they can't find Liam Spencer. At the same time, Luna Nozawa will wake up to Lee Finnegan's shocking news. During the week of July 14th to 18th, there'll be additional pain and remorse over Luna's grim fate. Both Sheila Sharp and John Finnegan will wish that Luna could have changed her life instead of letting it end. But there's more to the story, since Lee has been saying strange things and supporting Luna even if she made mistakes. Because Lee is so sneaky, we can be sure that Luna is still alive and hidden. According to additional BNB spoilers, Grace Buckingham will have to have another emergency surgery, since Liam will need one. Finn and Bridget Forrester will spend some time analyzing Liam's strength and bravery despite everything he's been up against. After Liam comes out of his procedure alive, Bill's going to do something startling. If Bill gets updates and refuses to let Liam die, this could have something to do with Liam's brain tumor that can't be removed. No matter what, Bill will take Liam from the hospital while he is still unconscious. Hope and Steffy might panic when they find out Liam is gone. Will Steffy and Hope ever figure out that Bill is behind this? Ridge Forrester will be happy when Taylor Hayes and Brooke Logan stand together. Liam's tragedy will bring Ridge, Brooke, and Taylor together in support of him. Since Ridge has consented to Taylor's wedding idea, they may undertake some preparation while Brooke focuses on Nick Marone. This will be Nick's moment to shine and lure Brooke closer with a visit to Forrester Creations. The week of July 21st to 25th could be when Nick and Brooke will iron down some Italy plans. It looks like Nick will pressure Brooke to come with him and have the most romantic vacation possible. There may be some Forrester business to take care of in Naples and Capri soon, so that could make it easier for Brooke to go on board. Nick and Brooke's next trip together won't go over well with Ridge, since his jealousy is going to surge. That Italy vacation will begin off before the month's done. But let's get back to the Liam action first. Bill might resolve to put Liam in some form of experimental treatment, but he may face greater blowback from Hope and Steffy once he takes care of the matter. Finally, fans may receive a peek of Luna healing somewhere private in the coming weeks. At some point, Luna will awaken and face a shock when Lee says she faked her death. Lee may explain how she's giving Luna another chance to avoid prison and keeping her away from Poppy Nozawa, who ruined Luna's life from Lee's perspective. Liam Spencer wakes up and doesn't remember anyone. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Scott Clifton isn't going anywhere this week, but it's going to be along a wild road to recovery for his character Liam Spencer. Not only did Liam recently take a gunshot from Luna Nozawa, he's fighting an aggressive tumor and only had days to live before he was shot. Dr. John Finnegan's patient may overcome both battles, but that doesn't mean Liam will emerge out the same man his friends and family knew. As a matter of fact, he might not know any of them at all. Here's what's coming up this summer on Bold and Beautiful, with new spoilers down below. Finn and Bridget race to save Liam. It's been quite a while since anyone on the Bold and the Beautiful suffered from amnesia. Fans are about ready for a dramatic memory loss storyline. Liam Spencer actually is the perfect candidate, being as how he was just shot and has been battling cancer. Word on the internet is that Finn and Bridget Forrester could pull off a miracle and successfully remove the tumor or cure the cancer while operating on his gunshot wound. The science behind it truly doesn't make sense, but the Bold and the Beautiful tends to fudge the truth when it comes to medical and legal plots on the daytime soap. However, there will be a catch when it comes to preserving Scott Clifton's character. Liam Spencer loses his memory. Bold and the Beautiful rumors indicate Liam Spencer could wake up and have a serious case of amnesia. If Finn and the doctors have to remove anything from Liam's skull, there's a danger that they could also remove important sections of his brain with the tumor that damage his memory. Could Liam wake up on and not even remember Steffy Forrester or Hope Logan? Or even worse, may he wake up and imagine that he is still married to one of his ex-wives? Dollar Bill Spencer learns what he's done. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Friday, July 11th, 2025, reveal Bill coming to terms with the consequences of his actions. Oops, my bad. Dollar Bill Spencer thought he was doing the right thing when he rescued Luna Nozawa from prison. By the time she was living with him for a few months, he thought Luna had changed, and he convinced the governor to pardon her. Then he kicked her to the curb and scarcely spoke to her again. And wow, was that all a tremendous, massive mistake. 3 persons ended up with bullet wounds, and one of them is his own son. All because Bill did something really dumb. Bill hurries to the hospital when he hears about Liam Spencer and demands to see him, but he is going to be in for another extremely nasty revelation. Bill still has no notion that Liam was already in horrible shape when he squeezed the trigger and shot Luna. How will Bill react when he finds his son has been keeping his illness from him since the day he and Liam had their major blow-up about Luna? Read this. The bold and the beautiful Kimberlyn Brown achieves an impressive milestone. Poppy stuns Lee. Lee Finnegan was obliged to phone her sister and inform her what happened to Luna. It's a lot for Poppy Nozawa to take in, but she shocks Lee with her declaration that she will not take back. She bears no culpability at all for how Luna turned out. Just because she was a flighty mother, it never gave Luna the right to kill people. While this is true, Luna is still her daughter, and Lee couldn't understand that Poppy can be so careless. Lee is coming to discover that her sister is more far gone and frigid than she ever anticipated. Lee is now starting to feel more pity with Luna than ever before. She already astonished John Finnegan earlier in the week when she began to soften toward her niece/granddaughter. She had no notion that all hell was breaking free as she shouted those words. Bill visits Liam. Luna's death spreads. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Monday, July 14th, 2025, predict some surprises and curveballs. Fans should expect Bill Spencer to continue demanding to see Liam Spencer in the hospital. Meanwhile, the death of Luna Nozawa continues to spread. Keep reading, and let's chat about what is coming up in the CBS soap drama, Bill Spencer's Desperation. Let's start out with Bill, who has arrived at the hospital after Liam's shooting and surgery. However, Steffy Forrester Finnegan immediately blamed Bill for what happened. A fact, it was Bill who got Luna pardoned. Bill will continue to express his sadness and mourn for Liam. I can't imagine Steffy allowing Bill to visit Liam. However, it might have been Hope Logan who contacted Bill. After all, she notified Bill immediately when he arrived where Liam was at the moment. It was like Hope was anticipating Bill. As much as Steffy wants to restrict Bill, she doesn't dictate the hospital regulations. The hospital undoubtedly still has Bill on Liam's emergency contact list. Or it might be left up to Hope Logan, who is the last person to be married to Liam. Read this, the bold and the beautiful spoilers. Steffy only remembers half of what happened. Lee Finnegan's horror. Now, let's move on to Lee Finnegan and Poppy Nozawa. Lee was appalled that Poppy didn't have a single tear for her dead daughter. It is true that Luna framed her mother, but that's still her child. I can understand they're having mixed feelings, but being stone cold like that? Moving on, Lee will realize that Luna never had a chance with someone like Poppy as her primary parent. Liam Spencer's fate. The bold and the beautiful teasers for the next episode state that Hope and Steffy will continue to sit beside Liam's hospital bed. Hope and Steffy will undoubtedly experience some bonding moments, even connecting over stories about Liam. Monday, July 14th, 2025. There will also be Grace Buckingham. Fans know that she was the one who reported Liam had a brain tumor. Grace also encouraged John Finnegan to get Liam to accept the treatment. Then, Grace had concerns while Finn was operating on Liam instead of her. This all sounds really strange, but I wonder if Grace is being blackmailed, threatened, or forced to do this, so keep tuned. Which narrative are you looking forward to witnessing the most on Monday, July 14th, 2025? Share your ideas in the comment section below. The entire world of the Forresters, Logans, Spencers, and Finnegans was spiraling, and no one could stop it. The preceding 3 weeks had been a hurricane of blood, treachery, secrets, and heartbreak. And just when it seemed like it couldn't get worse, the unimaginable happened. Liam Spencer vanished from his hospital bed. Gone. No trace. No warning. Week 1. July 14th to 18th. The Disappearance and the Awakening. The sun hadn't even risen when the nurse at University Hospital came into Liam Spencer's ICU room and froze. His bed was vacant. The monitors had been unhooked. No security cameras showed anyone departing with him. Just like that, Liam was gone. Steffy Forrester Finnegan shouted when she got the call. "What do you mean he's missing?" She shrieked into the phone, dropping her cup of coffee as Hope Logan clutched her chest in horror. Within minutes, both women were rushing around the hospital. In a panic. "Where is he?" Hope demanded, her voice cracking. How does a critically injured man with a brain tumor and a bullet wound just disappear? While chaos flared in Los Angeles, across town in an unidentified location, a different kind of storm raged. Luna Nozawa, the lady who had pulled the trigger that nearly ended Liam's life, opened her eyes. She was alive, hooked up to machines in a private recovery room that looked more like a luxury apartment than a hospital ward. Luna blinked through foggy eyes and saw the last person she anticipated. "Lee," she rasped. Lee Finnegan turned, her face tense with deep emotion. "You're awake." Luna's heart rate monitor skyrocketed. "Am I in prison?" Lee shook her head. "No, you died, remember." Luna's eyes widened in dread. "What are you talking about?" "I faked your death," Lee confessed quietly. "The whole world thinks you're gone. They had to. You would have spent the rest of your life in prison, or worse." "But Liam," Luna's voice trembled. "He's alive." "But barely," Lee replied coldly. "You put a bullet in him, Luna. That's not something you come back from. But I couldn't let my niece die in a jail cell. Not after what your mother did to you." Luna's tears spilled, but Lee's face remained hard. "I'm giving you a second chance. Don't make me regret it." Week 2, July 21st to 25th, Grief, Regret, and Revelation. Back at University Hospital, the probe into Liam's disappearance escalated. Steffi suspected everyone, hospital staff, Finn, even Brooke, for hiding something. It was Bill Spencer, though, who raised eyebrows. "What did you do?" Steffi hissed when she caught him pacing outside. "I saved my son." Bill roared. "You were all standing around, letting him rot. He needs actual treatment, not babysitters. You took him." "He's unconscious, you lunatic." Hope shrieked. "I know a doctor in Switzerland. They're willing to try an experimental procedure," Bill explained. "It's his only shot." While Hope and Steffi were reeling, Finn was in his lab with Bridget Forrester and Grace Buckingham, fighting over Liam's tumor treatment. Grace, generally poised, had become unpredictable. "Why did you override my diagnosis?" she barked at Finn. "I didn't," he insisted. "You were going to operate while ignoring the bullet fragments near his frontal lobe. We had to act fast." But behind the scenes, Grace had been hiding something. A cryptic text had tormented her for weeks. "If he dies, so do you." Meanwhile, back in the private clinic Lee had set up, Luna was slowly regaining her strength, but not her tranquility. The weight of her crimes bore down on her. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw Liam's blood. "I want to see him," she begged. "You can't," Lee snapped. "They'll arrest you on sight." "But I need to say sorry. He deserves that." Lee wavered. "No, not until you're strong enough. Not until it's safe." Family fallout and heartbreak. News of Liam's disappearance went public, and it created firestorms across the families. Ridge Forrester stood between Taylor Hayes and Brooke Logan as they questioned Bill's conduct. "We should have stopped him," Brooke muttered. "But now, Ridge, what if he dies out there?" Taylor, meanwhile, was struggling to hold her wedding plans together. Ridge had offered a united front for Liam, but Brooke was drifting toward Nick Marone, who had just returned with Forrester business from Italy. Nick's return wasn't just professional, it was personal. "Come to Naples with me," he pushed Brooke. "We've wasted enough time." Brooke paused. "What about Ridge?" "What about him?" Nick asked. "He had decades to make you his priority." Ridge observed this from the shadows, jealousy boiling in his breast. As Brooke and Nick booked flights to Capri, Ridge couldn't avoid the gnawing sensation he was about to lose her again. Liam's awakening. And amnesia? On a remote Swiss mountaintop facility, Liam eventually opened his eyes. "Dad," he murmured. Bill clasped his son's hand. "I'm here, buddy. You're safe." But the gaze in Liam's eyes was blank. "Where am I?" he asked. "Liam." Bill whispered, panic rising. "You don't know me? I don't even know myself." Doctors verified it, retrograde amnesia. The tumor's removal had affected memory centers. Liam Spencer didn't recall Steffy, Hope, Wyatt, his daughter, his life. Bill wept. "We can fix this. We'll find a way." Hope and Steffy, upon learning the news, were crushed. "He doesn't know Beth," Hope wailed. "He doesn't even remember our life together." Steffy muttered. "He doesn't remember me or Hayes." Poppies wilt and secrets bloom. Back in L.A., Poppy Nozawa's reaction to Luna's apparent death was as chilly as ever. "She was broken," Poppy remarked bluntly. "Some people aren't meant to be saved." Lee erupted. "You were her mother. You were supposed to protect her, not harm her." "She made her choices." "No," Lee snapped. "You made her who she was. And now I'm working to undo your damage." Poppy stormed away, but not before one final bombshell. "You think Luna was the only one with secrets? Wait until you find out about Rana." Lee's blood ran cold. "Who's Rana?" But Poppy said nothing more. Luna's future, Liam's past. As July drew to a conclusion, Luna resumed physical treatment in Lee's clinic, determined to one day make atonement. "I want to face them," she responded, "even if it means prison." Lee held back tears. "Let's get you strong first. Then we'll see." In Switzerland, Liam was surrounded by people he didn't recognize. Steffi showed him images of their wedding. Hope brought Beth. Still nothing. But one day, Liam grabbed up a sketch pad and began to draw. It was rough, but unmistakable. The cliff house in Malibu. Finn stared at it. "Some part of you remembers." Liam frowned. "I don't know why, but this place, it feels like home." Steffi credits Sheila Carter with saving her life in surprising statement. Have they turned the corner? According to bold and beautiful spoilers, Steffi Forrester made a shocking remark in which she praised her longtime nemesis Sheila Carter with preserving her life during Luna's deadly attack. Will this change everything? Steffi Forrester credits Sheila Carter for saving her life in a stunning admission. B&B fans never expected to witness this event. Did Steffi Forrester thank her worst enemy for sparing her life? After years of animosity, shootings, and attempted murders, the unthinkable occurred. Steffi sincerely recognized Sheila Carter with saving her after Luna Nozawa's horrific beach home attack. And we're still trying to grasp this news. The beach house showdown that changed everything. It all transpired during the horrible confrontation on July 4th. Luna, enamored with her father Finn Finnegan, had drawn Steffi into a trap at the beach house. The crazed young woman held Steffi at gunpoint and accused her for keeping Finn and Hayes away from her. Talk about elevating daddy issues to a new level. But this is where things get wild. Sheila Carter, the lady who shot Steffi and Finn and left them for dead, rushed to the scene. After persuading Taylor Hayes to reveal Steffi's location, Sheila burst in to calm Luna down. "Do the right thing," she encouraged her granddaughter. The scenario turned into mayhem. Sheila reached for the gun, and shots rang out. Multiple shots. After the smoke cleared, all three women were harmed. Sheila lost a toe, Steffy was shot in the foot, and Luna regrettably did not survive. Nobody anticipated to hear these remarks. After being rushed to the hospital and avoiding another near-fatal confrontation, Steffy dropped the bombshell that has fans divided. Speaking to her father, Ridge Forrester, she said the words that no one thought to fall out of her mouth. Liam saved my life. And Sheila, what does this mean for the future? Let's get honest here. One brave deed does not change the truth that Sheila shot both Steffy and Finn at their own wedding reception. She has hounded this family for years. She has faked her death more than we can count. She has done dreadful things. However, she put her own life in peril to save Steffy, which is a huge aspect. She lost her toe in the process. That displays a tremendous devotion to protecting her son's bride. The question is, will Steffy's gratitude last? Or is this merely a brief moment of awareness before she returns to keeping Sheila at arm's length? So what about Finn? He just lost his daughter Luna, even though she was totally psychotic. His birth mother rescued his wife. His adopted mother, Lee Finnegan, is definitely having a field day with all of this turmoil. The poor guy must be emotionally spent.